What is going on, folks? Quick impromptu video on startup and usage and techniques. All right, so first things first is batteries, magnetic door, so it's easiest to grab at the bottom, and you can also pull at the top. And there is no marking for positive and negative, but the batteries just need to be opposites. So this is negative pointing up, so that means I just need to put negative pointing down. It doesn't matter which way they are, they just need to be opposites. Positive is here, negative has to be here. Vice versa, same on this end, as long as they're opposites, and what that does is puts the batteries in series, giving you the 8.4 volts. If you put them in parallel, it'll just give you 4.2, and it just will be nearly indetectable that you're even powering the unit at all, really. So quick way to remove the batteries is just to give it a tap. It'll pop right on into your hand. So batteries in, opposite polarity. We're back on, and then we have our mouthpiece here. And so this rimmed basket screen is a critical piece of the system. It's we've set this heater screen in here to be really close to the rim of this screen, and we have that screen itself is really close to the heater on the other side. So this is what gives it its conduction capabilities, and it works best, medium fine grind, fairly dry, and there's a couple ways you can use it. You can back your little basket screen in here with the unit totally cold, and it's always best to, so you don't dump the flour down into the basket screen, to set the unit down onto the mouthpiece. And then remember, both buttons you have to push, so you can either hold it door side, and this allows you to get access to the carb to do some inlet hole carbing, or you can flip it around so that this is in the crux of your hand. Get to both buttons that way, and then if you want a carb, you can kind of just palm mute carb. And then all the components are cold, and you preheated for 5 seconds, but that wasn't a lot. So you're going to get a chirpy hit and then a more aggressive hit as you move into it with this technique. So this is like temperature stepping technique, I guess I will call it. The other thing to do is, if you're really in a hurry to get straight to big clouds, since the system is in place like I just told you, that this rim is a conduction, it's in the conduction element and is receiving heat from the heater. If you just preheat 5 counts, 10 counts, and then you just wait 20-30 seconds, then all of that heat you just put in there, it's waste heat. It's moving into the device. It's heating up the heater, it's heating up the glass, it's heating up the heater screen. I just talked about that's down there and very close to the rimmed basket screen. And if you have it pointed north, heat travels up, and that's going to also tend to just kind of preheat your flour load in there a bit. And you could do this several times, 5-10 seconds, 20-30 seconds in between. And that's just really priming the pump, getting her ready, and again, just warming up all of those things that would steal your heat as you were trying to get started. So you can either temperature step in and really enjoy your terps, or you can go into it and get thicker and faster hits right off the drop if you do that little preheat technique. And again, remember, this device is unregulated. Its control is a supercomputer. It is your brain. And initially you need the throat sense, and that's why it's delivered with just this long straight mouthpiece, is to get everybody used to being able to 2 seconds on, 1 second off, 2 seconds on, 1 second off, 1 second on, 2 seconds off, 1 second on, 2 seconds off, second on, second off, second on, second off, second on, second off. But if you just hold continually on and continue to pull, especially with fresh batteries, you'll get a mouthful of combustion. So it's kind of like a sticky brick with the buttons as your torch, is a way to think of its operation. And once you master the device, I really think this heater, which you can learn about in the next video, combined with this improved conduction elements in it being more hybrid, and the energy density of the heater just being twice what Xion was, just really, there's a learning curve, but once you master this device, it's a really, really nice way. And I think the winning attribute here is conservation. You can take just this little amount of flour in this little tiny basket screen and get 4 or 5 really nice draws off of it, and you'll get caked. And if you learn the technique, you won't have to stir. And if you don't know the technique, you'll have to stir. And if you have to stir, you won't be in the entourage effect. And so if you take all of the flour all at the same time and bring it all at the same temperature and release all of the ingredients all at once, you get the whole plan, and it's called the entourage effect. And so with a little time spent learning this device, it really just is it's a quite competent piece. So I hope you guys all enjoy these. I really enjoyed making all of these for you, and it's great seeing them finally get out into the wild. So thanks so much, bless your heart, for your contribution, and get the word out, please. We're trying to get the word out here, and so please help Dariush and I try to get Herbaltherm off the tarmac. Peace.